All right, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to the Russley Golf Club, but more importantly, it's the Harcourts Four Seasons auction rooms. By way of introduction, my name is Nathan Gilbert, one of two auctioneers working with you today, the second of which is Mark Morrison here on my left. He'll be with you soon for 36 Glen Oaks Drive. Before we get into that very first auction of the day there at St Andrews Hill Road, I want to take this opportunity just to introduce you to a few people around the room, those being Greg Roberts and James Twiss at the rear. They're our business owners of Harcourts Four Seasons. It's a pleasure to be working alongside you. A few branch managers around the room too, wearing good-looking ties like myself. We have Luke Jansen from Kaiapoi on the right there, John Tucker from Rangiora, and that's all we have inside the room today. To my left here is Jess and Jeremy. Jeremy's our Lincoln branch manager. He's responsible for the live streaming. We welcome those viewing online and of course the projection of the bids and the imagery that'll be appearing before you very soon. To our owners in the room, it's a very warm welcome to you, and of course it's a thank you. It's a thank you for your ease of access, and of course it's a thank you for your presentation over the last few weeks, but most importantly, it's a thank you for your choice in Harcourts Four Seasons. We very much appreciate that you've got choice in the marketplace, and we feel like you've made a very wise decision. To our buyers in the room, well done, congratulations for getting yourselves here today in that cash and unconditional position. We call yourselves Gold Elite, like Air New Zealand. You're those first-class passengers that get to board the aircraft first. You have that 10-minute head start on the rest of the market. Take advantage of that opportunity that you have before you today, because we know those conditional parties are always waiting in the lounge, if not in the room, hoping that properties don't sell. Of course, buyers, it'll come as absolutely no surprise that in each case today, our listing consultants have circulated the paperwork, the limb, the title, and of course that auction agreement. Within that auction agreement, Clause 2.0 states and outlines the Code of Conduct brought to you by the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand's Code of Conduct. It states that in each case, our owners have set a confidential reserve price. That won't be disclosed to you, the bidders at large, but your job today is to bid upwards towards that reserve price. And once that reserve price has been met, if not bet, if you hold that highest bid when the gavel comes to the rostrum up here, then congratulations, you are one of our new owners. Now, during the auctions today, as auctioneers, Mark and I, we may nominate the increments in which bidding takes place. However, we won't limit your bids. We'll work with you. However, we may refuse a bid if it's not seen in the very best interests of our owner or the value of the property. Unlikely today, but if there's any disputes, we'll simply identify them very quickly on the floor. Otherwise, if need be, we will go back to the very last undisputed bid. In the absence of your bidding today, folks, Mark and I have been instructed by each of our owners to place bids on behalf of them, always well below the reserve price and only in the absence of your bidding. Not our preference, but if you're not bidding, then we will be on behalf of our owners and we'll clearly identify those bids as a vendor bid. Around the room, some licensed colleagues, they may be bidding on behalf of buyers either by proxy or telephone. Be rest assured we'll point them out, and be rest assured also that we've cited any paperwork and we're comfortable that they can move forward on that basis. Now, Clause 2.6 in the auction agreement is a very important one. It states that the vendor may withdraw the property at any time without disclosing that reserve price. Effectively, what that means is that if bidding moves upwards towards that reserve price but does not quite meet it, the auction's certainly not over. We simply pause with that highest bidder and invite them outside to the room where they have first rights for negotiation. Sometimes during those negotiations, our owners exercise that right to withdraw the property by saying, we're happy with those negotiations, we're going to sell it outside the room. So if you're sitting on your hands waiting for the property to be called on the market, you may be bitterly disappointed. My sage advice would be to always, in every case, hold that highest bid. At the conclusion of the auction, if you hold that highest bid when this gavel comes to the rostrum, well, congratulations. Before you start your celebrations, a few obligations, obviously, to sign the contract and memorandum, pay that equal 10% deposit into our Harcourts Four Seasons trust account, and acknowledge any GST outlined in Schedule 3, whilst also signing the purchaser acknowledgement forms. Folks, that's the boring part out of the way, the formal part. We now move forward to the most exciting part of the day, the very first auction of the day at 44 St Andrews Hill Road, brought to the market by Mitch and Mana. Ready, folks? All good? Well, two of the best looking real estate agents in town, I've heard. Sadly, I don't offer you up the same good looks, but I do offer you up a property that has tremendous good looks, and that is 44 St Andrews Hill Road. Of course, more formally described as a freehold title on 774 square metres, more or less, Lot 15, deposited plan 9904, all contained and outlined in that record of title I know Mitch and Mana have been circulating to you over the last few weeks. Possession date and settlement date, one and the same. That's struck down for Thursday, the 25th of September. The chattel list, that remains unchanged, albeit it still remains comprehensive. And clauses 23 through 26. We take that you've read those, you understand those, and of course your bidding today, as a reminder, it's on that cash and unconditional basis. Well, folks, I've had the opportunity to visit this property quite a few times over the last few weeks, and it's just a tremendous property that I had to keep coming back to. Of course, when you buy in Mount Pleasant, you buy for the views. And of course, here it offers it all. Mount Hutt all the way to the Kaikoura Ranges, from the city to Pegasus Bay to New Brighton, the Pacific Ocean. Of course, it's set on those lower slopes. It's an easy commute up to the hill, and it's just set in a position that's orientated to capture all day sun. Of course, north facing, it's just truly a superb property. The house itself, we begin with that main living zone, the kitchen. There'll be absolutely no colliding of elbows here in the morning. It's spacious. Of course, the chef, they'll be part of every single conversation. It's well connected with that dining space and, of course, that living space. You've got that gas fire. You've got that heat pump. Not that you will need it because of those near-on floor-to-ceiling windows that just bring in so much sunlight. The accommodation, well, that's simply well catered for. I love the fact that these 4 bedrooms have their own little wings. Of course, that main bedroom set off on the left-hand side there with, of course, its ensuite and walk-in robe, access to the deck. That second and third bedroom at the rear with its own exclusive bathroom. And, of course, downstairs, perhaps it's that unruly teenager, perhaps it's that pesky relative, or even maybe it's a stay-at-home business offering its own main in itself with its own ensuite. Hey, if you ever get sick of each other, of course, you've got that second living space as well. It's just a tremendous location, located in Mount Pleasant. You're so close to many hillside walks, Sumner, the estuary, and of course being so close to Christchurch CBD. It's private, it's practical, it's so well positioned. It's a fantastic proposition, folks, in such a desirable location. The only thing I need to figure out is if I can still count and where the value is. So who starts me away for an opening bidder offer here at 44 St Andrews Hill Road in Mount Pleasant? Where do we see value? I heard a stat this week that 70% of people that start auctions do win them. So perhaps you get in first with that opening bid. In your hands. I've got all day. In fact, we've got half an hour. Perhaps these are nice, easy 1.3 to get us started away. 1.3? 1.3 at the rear, welcome, and John at 1.3. Perhaps we move along in 50s from here, but with my starter, all the very best, perhaps my finisher at 1.3. We look for 1.350, but at the rear, first call at 1.3 in Mount Pleasant. Looking for another 50 on the rise to take us to 1.350, but at 1.3 at the rear. Second call at 1.3. What's the retort? At 1.3. Third time at 1.3. Well, I just place a vendor bid on behalf of the owner at 1.350. Perhaps I'll welcome you in north of there at 1.375. Happy there at 1.375, yeah, on the nod at 1.375, and if I don't see any further bidding, we simply pause and have a conversation outside the room. But at 1.375, I call it away once. Can't guarantee it comes back inside the room. Clause 2.6, we do withdraw the property. But at 1.375 twice, third, final time at 1.375. There's no further bidding. Mount Pleasant, great opportunity. Mitchell. Okay, we'll pause at 1.375. John and Eve will invite you outside the room here, see if we can get into ownership. The auction remains live and open at 1.375.
know we'll be alright. Facing the unknown. When it's time, I'll let you go. Facing the unknown. When it's time, I'll let you go. just can't let you go.
We take you back to 44 St Andrews Hill Road, obviously in Mount Pleasant, where we've been having some robust discussions about life-changing circumstances outside the room. And I can look to my purchasers and confirm your bid at 1.7 million, at 1,700,000. And I look to my owners and accept that we're on the market and we sell. So at 1.7 million, we call it away once then for the first time in Mount Pleasant at 1,700,000. Twice then, third final. If there's nothing further, we sell, it goes, it is gone and sold. Well done, Mitch and Mana. Congratulations to our purchasers and thank you for the opportunity, our owners.
I've been stuck on another way, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. 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 I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to.
He's ready to go. Alrighty folks, well we can now move forward to our second opportunity of the day, being number 36 Glen Oaks Drive in Northwood, Christchurch City. I have the privilege of introducing our lead agents Nathan Gilbert and Becky Gilbert. They've been the two superstars meeting and greeting you at the open homes over the last few weeks, assisting our owner who's on the telephone with Nathan. All the very best to all involved and of course those here in a cash and unconditional position. This is number 36 Glen Oaks Drive. It is an estate and freehold that you're securing today. It is 1,030 compelling and generous square metres of freehold land. Lot 556, deposit plan is a 338436. It's outlined in your record of title that the team have been sending your way. I note the settlement date is the 28th of August 2025 or any other such date mutually agreed upon in writing with our owners. Schedule 1 outlines an accurate list of chattels. They remain as circulated. I won't go through those individually. Those further terms of sale, nice and easy here. Clauses 23 to 26. You've had plenty of time to seek any professional advice on that. You've read and reviewed all this documentation and you understand today when you bid that you are doing so on a cash and unconditional basis. Let's have a look at number 36 for the last time before I welcome in your bidding. This really is a secluded, a serene and a sensational position first and foremost here in Glen Oaks Drive. You are surrounded by other large and impressive homes. It's quality homes, quality neighbours in this area that you are buying into. It's a commodious home itself, large proportions. I had to have a little sit down and a rest halfway through my walk around this one because it is so big. Plentiful spaces in terms of your living spaces, your bedroom opportunities downstairs and upstairs. So much space for you and your growing family. I just love the orientation with this one as well. Beautiful position in terms of the outdoor space. Lovely spaces sited for sun and that privacy as I mentioned, and nice and sunny. The gardens, nice and established, good looking gardens as well. Folks, that's more than enough from me. More interested to hear from you today. You've taken time out of your busy schedules to be here. Interested to see who'd like to start the auction and where you see the value. This is the interactive part where you engage with the auctioneer and talk to me. We talk money. Now, I understand that there are some here just to spectate and wait. That's fine. But if you're here to participate, as Nathan said at the start of the day, you have a 10-minute head start on the conditional market. Happy to work in a number that's comfortable for you. Where do you see value? What would have you excited to bid? I'm not placing any vendor bids today. No vendor bids from me on behalf of my owner. Simply looking for your engagement, cash and unconditionally. If you bid me a number that's fair and reasonable, then we have an opportunity to find out where our owner's sitting today, have the right to negotiate. But if you don't bid, we cannot negotiate. You don't have much to lose with your first bid, ladies. Very seldom does our first bid own a home. Is there a number that you'd like to throw my way? I'm in an awfully good mood today. The irony of this moment never lost on me. Would you like to work in isolation, work with our owners one-on-one in a negotiation today, find out where they're positioned in the marketplace today? Happy to take your chances in a multi-offer situation afterwards. Your decision, your call. Very good, Nathan. We're going to be passing in today, no problems. Appreciate you taking time out of your busy day. Hope you had a nice coffee. All the very best. Nathan, we're simply going to pass the property back into your capable hands. We're going to open up the property to the entire market now, unconditionally and conditionally. Appreciate your interest. If you've got interest in this one, please get in touch with Nathan and Becky Gilbert. Thank you so much. And that wraps up our auction program for today. We'll see you all again next Wednesday. Thank you.